Or actually, we'll do this. Set run. You were just wanting to be so difficult. I'd appreciate it if you would not do so. Okay, so got this. Now it should run, and then it's gonna hit, hopefully. Nope. Granted, that could be because it's a BSP. Because BSPs do not like doing things that I want them to do. Let's try a blocking volume. Have I made games in Unity? No. No, I have not. I had a programming class in Unity a long time ago when we were doing basic JavaScript. But I haven't really had the opportunity to really mess with Unity. Not to say it's a bad program or anything like that. I honestly couldn't say anything either way. But just haven't had the chance. Let's create static mesh. And my light maps are off. Blah, 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 blah. UV, boom. There we go. Set the one thing, yeah, light map resolution to 1. Hey, Kodimnyat. So, I'm hoping I got that right. If I didn't, I apologize. Alright, so that should be set to block all. Yeah, that should block everything. If it doesn't, I don't know what's happening with this. Except that, oh god, that doesn't block anything. Minat, okay. And just Cody is fine? Awesome. Oh, have a good night, Jeff Schleg. Thanks for coming out and having fun. Oh, what can I use to block this damn thing? You know what? Let's do this. Boom. There we go. Is the sphere not simple collision? Its collision is pretty crappy. Or at least for what we need. Ah! Don't want that. Collision, collision, collision. Where is your simple collision? Use complex as simple. Let's try that. Because really I don't need anything fancy. And we'll try event hit again. You guys will quickly find, for those that have not been here before, I do not claim to be the best at blueprints. I make plenty of mistakes. If anything, I might just be the guy who makes the most mistakes in Blueprint. That actually might be my claim to fame. Blah, 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 blah. Where did that stupid thing go? There it is. And with this, I need to give it a collision thing because it didn't seem to have any. That should work, whatever. I don't know what that actually means, but sure, it's collision. Exactly, Cody, that's exactly it. Oh, but now it's registering that. Okay. Okay. Let's... Oh, you are just being full on potato mode, aren't you? Oh, wait, alright. Let's, do this. I'm gonna cheat just a little bit just to get this moving. Let's see, I need... Oh, this is editor. I need project settings like I had initially. Collision, new object channel. Floor. Default response is block. Now, we're going to set this to floor. Then what we're going to do, we're going to come in here, go to custom, ignore the floor. Since it's not physics, it doesn't matter. And we want to go ahead and do scared dude just to be on the safe side. Custom, ignore the floor. Oh, now you're just not going to work at all, are you? What else are you overlapping? Oop, got a warning. It is... Oh, that's just from the bullet. Okay. Yeah, Cody, the collision settings are actually really useful. So if you're trying to do things where you want it to like ignore specific objects or anything like that, and I can actually show you an example of that here in a minute, you can come in and make object channels or trace channels, and that way you can actually break up how things work. Yeah, I do that a lot. I frustrate click. And actually I can show you one of the examples we have. It's in another project. But this is getting on my nerves, so I'm going to come back to it some other time. Let's see. Go ahead and give you this example here. Okay. This is our first person example. I play with landscapes in here and stuff like that. Let's see, it's this wall. So you will see that this wall is set to hole through, which is important. Can't remember which... Okay. So as you can see right now, this is blocking me. But if I hit 1, it does a trace and this box collision comes up. And now as long as I'm in the box collision, I can pass right through it. But once I exit the box collision, it's back to being solid. And that is set up in here, where, let's see, where's my, which one of the 10 million things that are in here? Oh, okay, it's this one. Let me separate that out. So what it does is it does a trace between the first person camera to 1,000 units out, and it checks to see if the object is of type hole through, which is what that wall is, you break the hit result, get world rotation, make transform, and it spawns another actor called hole in wall. And all the hole in wall does, this is how very easy something like this is it gets all the actors that are hole in wall and makes sure it is not equal to self, and then destroys any extras. Uh, so it's things like, hey, Alan, holy crap, I've got Alan Noon in my freaking stream now. That's awesome. But yeah, so it just checks to make sure there's not already a hole in wall already placed, and if there is, it destroys it so that you only have one at a time. Because if you don't, it can get really janky if you overlap them, and then you get caught between collisions and things get all messed up. But it just goes, okay, well, the first person character has walked into the hole, so set the hole in wall or the hole through collision to ignore. If it casts and it's ended, then set the hole through to block. Actually, no, it's not replacing the wall. What it's doing is it's literally taking the first person character's collision and setting it to ignore the hole as long as you're within that volume. So as you're walking through it, but it only affects hole in wall, so you won't like fall through the floor. So like if I hit this now and then I walk through, this is actually because my collision is gone, not the walls. And what makes that even more interesting is, let's say you had multiple characters and you only wanted one to go through the wall. What you could do is be like, okay, well, you walked through it. Make sure, you are player 1, not player 2. Well, now I can go through it, and then player 2 can't. It gives you a little bit of variability. This came about because one of our developers that was on the forums was trying to create a hole that actually visibly shows up. Unfortunately, I don't have a way to do that. It's kind of weird, but with the way things are right now, you'd have to go into heavy C++ and have static meshes where you could literally pull the vertices aside to be able to create that hole, and I don't know how to do that. So this is kind of my ghetto rig attempt at making a hole in the wall. Those are our destructible bushes. We've also got we've also got this here. It's just a little duck hunt, like one of the duck shooting games like you would find at a carnival. Made that last week. It was just kind of a thing. And yes, my majestic noodles that are ducks. Let's see, anything else that I can show in here? Rotating box, that's nothing special. Grappling hook, which is not hooking. Oh, there it goes. So we've got a grappling hook. The grappling hook tutorial you can actually find on the wiki. It is there. Let's see. That was actually what I was planning. However, you have to. It requires a lot of math. It is definitely feasible, but I found out, I was talking to Alan Willard about it, and when he went into a description, I think my mind melted a little bit. So I can't quite remember all of the weird things that he said that I had to do to be able to make that work. So I haven't had the time to really look into it. Yeah, give me just a sec. Also, this is my NPC dialogue system. That's one of my tutorials as well. Let's see. Cody asked for the grappling hook tutorial. Give me just a sec, and I will pull that up. This is kind of a on-the-fly stream today, so anything goes. If you have questions or anything, please ask. I am more than happy to answer whatever I can. Let's see, epic created content. Where is my... There's grappling hook tutorial right here. And I'm linking that in chat. And if you're interested in dialogue systems strictly through blueprints and not the most efficient way to do it, I have this one as well. You can definitely look into that whenever you want, have time, whatever. I think that's all that's in here, though. at the moment. Can't